Memorizing, talking points, teleprompters, oh my. This is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director here, and today I'd like to talk about memorizing, talking points, and teleprompters, and which of these I kind of recommend and some of the ups and downs of each of them. Number one is memorizing. So if you've seen my video on memorizing, I do have some tips that I give about how to memorize if you're going to go the memorizing route. Now, personally, I do not like to do memorizing because I spent many years as an actor and I had to memorize a lot of scripts and I never ever liked it. I was never terribly great at it. So I would have to go over and over and over and over and over and over and over something before I would remember it. So now that I have my own business, I definitely don't want to do memorizing because it drives me nuts. So if you have a photographic memory, have at it and bless you, it's wonderful. But if you don't, memorizing can be something that will trip you up and will, because you've gone over it so many times, it'll make it start to sound really robotic and rehearsed. Because if you've been working on a script and you're honing it and you're perfecting it and you're memorizing, spending a lot of time memorizing it, and then you deliver it, by the time you deliver it, you aren't necessarily doing yourself favors as far as being able to be spontaneous while you're delivering it. Because videos also incorporate spontaneity. They also incorporate your energy and your life force and this chutzpah that if you're over-memorized and over-learned, it can easily take it away and you could go into that kind of robot zone, you know? Not fun. So what I like to do is I like to do talking points. Doing it this way where it's planned and spontaneous at the same time is kind of the best way to make sure that you're capturing your essence and getting your points out there. And with talking points, you definitely want to make sure that you've planned it out, that you've planned out the points that you want to say. So you don't start rambling and heading off into the stratosphere with your ideas. Like, you definitely want to keep focused, okay? So talking points is definitely how I do it. Now, if you are someone who's like, I am not good at doing talking points, I need to have this stuff like in front of me or memorized or something, like I need to have it written, it needs to be planned, because if left to my own devices, it won't be pretty. Well, there is the option of number 3, teleprompters, and teleprompters are devices that will scroll your script up and allow you to read it, and the teleprompter is close to the eye line or even over the eye line of the camera, so that it looks like you're just talking into the lens. And this is what like newscasters and things like that use in order to, you know, deliver the information. So the tip I would give for teleprompters is to make sure that you, when you're writing your script, is to make sure that you put in things that sound spontaneous. Now, if you're going to use teleprompters or you're going to memorize and you're going to be writing out the script and you're going to be having those words as specific words that you're going to say, one thing I do really strongly recommend is that you, when you're writing it, make sure it sounds like how you talk, so that it doesn't seem too forced or unnatural. And a super important tip too is to read it out loud so that you can hear if it sounds like you. And if it doesn't sound like you, go back to that script and figure out how to make it sound more like you, okay? So put in those ums and those ahs and the little you type of things that you would say in person to somebody if you're just in a conversation, okay? So the key really with any video that you're doing is to make it feel conversational and sound conversational. Okay? Because the key with any video that you're making is to understand that it's really part of a conversation. It's a conversation that you're starting with somebody, or you're answering what your tribe has been wondering about, and it's your end of the conversation. You can use this video as a tool to really talk to someone. So if you decide to go with memorizing or talking points or teleprompter, the key is to really figure out what is the best way for you to bring your authentic self to the table. No two people are alike. Everyone is going to have a different way that will work for them. Okay? So a quick review. Memorizing can be great, and it can also have its down points because it could take a lot of time and it could make you sound kind of robotic, but it's great for people who really need to use a script and really need to follow the words that they've created if that's really important to you. Talking points, super great if you are okay with speaking off the cuff, but you want to make sure that it's planned out so you don't go off into the stratosphere. And teleprompters are great for people who really want to stick to the script but don't want to spend the time to memorize and are really good at making those words sound conversational. Here is where you get to take some awesome action. So I would love to continue this conversation. Head on down to the comment section and tell me what technique you use, what you've tried and what you love and which ones you recommend, or if you have your own fancy tips, leave them down below. Until next time, this is Sarah Michelle Brown, your virtual video director signing off, and I just want to say, dream up. Leave a comment below to join the on-camera revolution.